speaking of the Bulls, let's talk about Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The NBA is getting there. NBC is getting ready for their rollout of NBA on NBC, returning to the network for the first time in 23 years. And they made a massive announcement this morning. I had to do a double check. I thought I was getting sent-tailed. They announced that the GOAT, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, will be a special contributor to the NBA on NBC. Now, we don't know exactly what special contributor means. We'll be some where he pops up a couple times a season like Peyton Manning did originally before they had the Manning cast, or if he's going to be somebody you see every week. That is yet to be confirmed. As you can see right here on the screen, this goes with the full NBA team, NBA NBC team. You got special contributor Michael Jordan. The game analysis are going to be Jamal Crawford and Reggie Miller. Studio analysis will be Carmelo Anthony. Play-by-play will be Mike Tirico and Noah Eagle. And, yeah, that's going to be really, really interesting, man. Just my thoughts. He said they gave Mike Brady money. That's the question. We don't know the money that they gave him. Mike is worth $3.5 billion. So whatever check they gave him, I'm pretty sure is not something that he needed. It sounds like something he actually wanted to do. It sparked funny conversation on Twitter this morning. Everybody trying to figure out what he would say. I think this is a dope thing for the NBA. A dope thing for NBA on NBC marking their return. And I think the number one thing that's been lacking in the ESPN coverage, and I'd even say the TNT coverage a little bit, as much as I like inside the NBA, where I feel like the NBC coverage, and I'm not saying with like Michael Jordan specifically, I don't really know what Mike's going to bring to the table, but I just think that their coverage is going to be what the NBA needs for those people who are feeding for actual basketball knowledge. Like, I love inside the NBA. I don't watch that for basketball knowledge. I watch it to watch 4 unks play, mini golf at 1 a.m. in the morning after they done talk about games. So that's why I watch for entertainment value. There's nothing on ESPN to me that matches that. NBA Today is cool, but I think it comes on too early in the day for me to even remember it's a thing. And I think they're going to try to get in the same range as like an NFL or Major League Baseball when it comes to actually talking about the game. And I love what NBC's got. But for Michael Jordan, this is kind of weird because Mike never actually talks. So that's what's weird to me. Pat, what'd you think about this announcement and what do you think Mike's going to bring to the table?
I think it's dope. Number one, Mike not low. Especially with the conversations about I think the younger generation, because again, the last time he put on a Bulls jersey was in '98. Shit, I'm not trying to do the exact math, but that's like 26 years ago. Meaning like you have a whole bunch
27 years ago.
Yeah, meaning you have a whole generation of people who never saw the man play. So like, even when people talk about the GOAT conversation, things of that nature, like and outside of like the Last Dance, probably a bunch of people never heard Mike talk before. Like never heard the man give a legit interview. Like he's been more of a meme with the Jordan cry face and with his shoes, like more of a figure than like an actual human being. So I think it'll be dope to just hear Mike talk. Like out of the past couple of years, he had the one interview that he gave the I think it was like a cigar lounge, and then he had the Last Dance. And then I think the last time I heard him
he had that Fox
he got a cigar.
Nah, it wasn't Fox. He had that interview with Steph Curry. It was TNT interview with Steph Curry.
You're right. Steph Curry interview, the thing he did with the cigar thing, and you got to go back maybe to his Hall of Fame announcement. The last time you heard the man speak. So the fact that the man, doesn't speak, and I would love to hear what Mike got to say. Like, who wouldn't want to hear what Michael Jordan got to say about basketball? Like, I would love to hear what Michael Jordan's opinion is on Game 4 of XYZ. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it would be dope to get his commentary on the younger generation of players. And yeah, man, I woke up and saw that, just like, yo, that's a great thing, dope idea. I think it's a great for the game of basketball. And anytime that you can have your legends much more involved with the sport in a positive way, I think it's a great thing. So yeah.
Yeah, people can say whatever they want to say about Tom Brady. I think that I'm definitely one of the few people who thought Tom Brady wasn't that bad last year in the booth. I think when he started, he was really, really bad. Obviously, Mike's not going to be calling games like Brady. But one thing I love to hear about Brady is who don't want to hear Tom Brady talk about football. Like there was one play, I think it was Bears-Packers. I think it was like week 8 or something like that. The Bears lost, but it was the game the Bears should have won. Kalen marched them down the field, and then they missed the field goal. But he threw this 4th down pass to Roma Dunes, and you heard Tom Brady actually like he got excited. And then he was explaining why the play was great. I want to hear Michael Jordan talk about this new generation and say, oh, I like what he's doing there, like what he's doing there. And I don't think Mike's gonna criticize these kids like we think. Maybe he is. I think Stephen A said on First Take today, are we gonna get Michael Jordan, brand Michael Jordan, or are we gonna get the Michael Jordan that we know? Because if we get the Michael Jordan that we know, then he said it's gonna be a different thing. And you know, that's gonna be something I'm interested to see. And if you're a player, it's gonna hit different if Michael Jordan says you do work on this compared to like a Kendrick Perkins. There's no disrespect to him or nothing like that, but I do think it'll be great for the game. And like you, I do think it has something to do with kind of introducing the younger generation because it's been a long time. When Mike retired from the Bulls, I was 10 years old. When Mike retired from the NBA, I was 15. And a lot of these kids were just being born. Like people who were like, shout out our super producer Nikhil. Nikhil was born the year that Michael Jordan retired from the NBA. So a lot of people, this will be their introduction to him. Now, shout out Bang. Bang put this in a group chat. This is what I do think is going to happen. I do think LeBron's going to announce he's going to retire this year. And I think they're going to have a one-on-one interview with LeBron and Michael Jordan. That, to me, would do stupid numbers. Kind of like how when Mike retired and he had like Ahmad Rashad sit down with him, had the two best players of all time, depending on what seat you sit on, who's the best. And there's no friction between the two, obviously, as we saw at the All-Star game a couple years ago. That'd be a dope interview. But I'm just excited for the whole thing. And I do a double take because Mike usually don't do stuff like that. So I'm definitely interested in seeing. Catch I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis, every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HNB Media and the Barbershop Network.